The idea of creating space to make a woman miss you might seem counterintuitive at first after all. If you like someone, shouldn't you want to talk to them as much as possible? But the truth is, constant contact can actually diminish attraction. Over time, when you're always available, she never gets the chance to wonder about you, to feel your absence, or to experience that subtle pull of curiosity that keeps emotions alive. This is why stepping back strategically works so well. By limiting how often you reach out, you create room for her mind to wander. She'll start asking herself questions. Asterisk, why hasn't he texted? Is he busy? Is he with someone else? These thoughts, even if subconscious, keep you on her mind far more than daily small talk ever could. Another key aspect of this approach is demonstrating independence. Women are naturally drawn to men who have their own lives, passions, and purpose, not those who revolve their entire world around them. If she senses that you're perfectly content without her constant attention, it subconsciously raises your value in her eyes. She realizes you're not just waiting around for her. You have your own ambitions, friendships, and adventures. This doesn't mean ignoring her completely, it simply means striking a balance, where your life doesn't seem to hinge on her presence. Interestingly, this method also taps into a psychological phenomenon related to rejection. When a woman senses that you're not chasing her, it triggers a mild fear of loss. The brain reacts to perceived rejection by increasing desire, almost as if it's trying to win back what it thinks might be slipping away. Studies have shown that romantic uncertainty can activate the same brain regions associated with motivation and craving, which explains why a little distance can actually make her miss you more. The key is to make this space feel natural, not forced or manipulative. If you abruptly disappear without reason, she might just assume you've lost interest. Instead, let the reduced contact flow organically fill your time with meaningful activities. And let her notice that you're not always the one initiating conversations. When you do reconnect, keep the energy light and positive, avoiding any neediness or over-explanation. Over time, this dynamic creates a magnetic pull, ensuring that when you're together, she's fully engaged in when you're apart. She's thinking about when she'll see you again. A woman's attraction is deeply tied to how she perceives your life energy. Not just what you say, but what you're actually doing with your time. When you disappear from her world for a few days, her natural curiosity will drive her to check your social media or ask mutual friends about you. This is your opportunity to show, not tell, that you're living an exciting, purpose-driven life. Post that photo from your weekend hiking trip. Share a quick video from the concert you attended. Or casually mention an interesting project you're working on. These glimpses into your world create intrigue and demonstrate that you're not sitting around waiting for her attention. The psychology behind this is powerful. Women are instinctively drawn to men who display high social value, someone who is respected, has cool experiences, and brings positive energy. When she sees you enjoying life, it triggers what psychologists call social proof. If others value your company and you're having great experiences, she subconsciously place higher value on you too. But there's an art to this. You want to share highlights without appearing to be showing off. A single well-composed photo of you laughing with friends at a rooftop bar speaks volumes more than a dozen gym selfies. The key is subtlety. Let her see the exciting parts of your life through natural moments, not staged displays. This approach also plays into the scarcity principle. When she notices you're out doing interesting things but she wasn't invited or included, it creates a subtle sense of missing out. Humans naturally want what they can't have. Seeing you enjoy yourself without her makes her wonder what it would be like to be part of those experiences. Maybe she'll even initiate plans to join you next time. Importantly, this isn't about making her jealous. It's about demonstrating that your life is full and rewarding with or without her. That kind of confidence is irresistibly attractive. The most compelling part? This strategy works whether you're dating, in a relationship, or even trying to reconnect with an ex. People are drawn to those who radiate positive energy and purpose. When you focus on building a life you love, women will naturally want to be part of it, and they'll miss you when you're not around. Keep your social presence authentic, highlight your passions, and let your lifestyle do the talking for you. The art of playing hard to get isn't about mind games. It's about understanding the natural rhythms of attraction. When a woman tests the waters by posting a flirty photo or a vague status update, she's often subtly checking if you're still paying attention. This is where most men slip up by immediately liking, commenting, or sliding into her DMs. That instant gratification actually works against you because it shows her she can have your attention whenever she wants it. Instead, by resisting the bait, you create suspense. Let that post sit untouched. Watch how her curiosity grows when she doesn't get the reaction she expected. That moment of uncertainty where she wonders if you saw it, if you care, or if you're distracted by someone else, is where real attraction builds. This approach works because it flips the script. Instead of you seeking her validation, she starts seeking yours. When you don't immediately respond to her subtle bids for attention, it subconsciously elevates your status in her mind. She begins to question whether she still has the same effect on you, which makes her invest more mental energy in figuring you out. The key is to maintain this balance without tipping into indifference. You're not ignoring her existence. You're simply not jumping through hoops to prove your interest. When she does reach out directly, keep your responses warm but measured. Simple, "Hey, been busy with interesting activity. What's up with you?" shows you're engaged but not overly eager. Psychologically, this taps into what's known as intermittent reinforcement, the same principle that makes slot machines so addictive. When rewards, in this case, your attention, are unpredictable, it creates a stronger pull than when they're constant. By occasionally being less available, you actually increase her desire to connect with you. The trick is to mix this with genuine moments of connection, so she doesn't feel you're playing games. When you do give her your full attention, make it count, be present, engaging, and make her feel special. Then when you pull back slightly, she'll remember those good moments and want more of them. This push-pull dynamic keeps the attraction fresh and prevents the relationship from becoming stagnant or one-sided. Ultimately, playing hard to get isn't about manipulation. It's about maintaining your own life and priorities while still showing interest. Women are instinctively drawn to men who have options and don't drop everything for them. By demonstrating through your actions that you're a busy, in-demand person who chooses to spend time with her rather than needs to, you position yourself as someone worth pursuing rather than taking for granted. The result: she not only miss you when you're apart, but value you more when you're together. The strategic use of jealousy is one of the most misunderstood yet powerful tools in attraction. When deployed correctly, it doesn't involve deception or mind games. It's simply about showcasing that you're a high-value man with options. Women are biologically wired to feel more attracted to men who appear desired by others, a phenomenon known as mate choice copying. This doesn't mean you should flaunt fake relationships or make her feel insecure. Instead, it's about subtly demonstrating that you have an active social life that includes other women. Even PLA tone a start by organically mentioning interactions with female friends or colleagues in conversation. Casual, my friend Sarah gave me great advice about that. Plants the seed that you have meaningful connections with other women. On social media, occasional posts showing you at group gatherings where women are present without over-explaining who they are create natural curiosity. The key is to never apologize for or over-explain these interactions. Your comfort around women demonstrates social proof. When she sees other women enjoying your company, triggers her competitive instincts in a way that makes you more desirable. This approach works because it challenges her perception of your availability. If she believes you're always waiting around for her, she'll take you for granted. But when she glimpses that other women appreciate your qualities, she's forced to reconsider your value. The psychology behind this is fascinating. Studies show that men in relationships are consistently rated as more attractive by single women than truly single men. This pre-selection effect means women subconsciously find men more appealing when they appear chosen by others. However, there's a critical line between healthy intrigue and toxic jealousy. Never lie about your interactions or intentionally make her feel insecure. The goal isn't to hurt her, it's to demonstrate that you're someone worth pursuing. Balance is essential. Follow every subtle hint of your social life with genuine compliments and attention when you're together. This contrast between seeing you as socially in demand, yet fully present, when with her creates powerful emotional chemistry. The most effective part? This strategy naturally leads her to invest more in the relationship. When she perceives you as a man who could be with others, but chooses her, she instinctively works harder to keep your interest. This isn't manipulation. It's simply allowing her to see the authentic truth that you're a catch worth missing. The deepest way to make a woman miss you isn't through games or tricks. It's by creating authentic, emotional connections that linger in her mind long after you're apart. This begins with developing shared experiences that trigger powerful associations. When you give her a special nickname tied to an inside joke or meaningful moment, you create a psychological trigger. Every time she hears that word or encounters that situation, she'll unconsciously think of you. These emotional anchors work because our brains are wired to connect feelings with specific memories. Choose something deeply personal, maybe a nickname based on how she laughs when embarrassed, or referencing that unforgettable midnight conversation you shared beyond nicknames. Becoming someone who expands her world creates lasting bonds. Women crave men who inspire growth and discovery. When you introduce her to new ideas, whether it's an obscure philosophy book, a hidden gem restaurant, or an adventurous experience, you become associated with personal transformation in her mind. This taps into what psychologists call the teacher-student dynamic, where attraction grows through the sharing of knowledge and new perspectives. The key is doing this authentically. Share what genuinely excites you, not what you think will impress her. When she learns something valuable from you, those lessons become mental souvenirs she carries forever. The most powerful aspect of emotional connection is supporting her independence while remaining her safe harbor. Encourage her passions and give space for her to miss you paradoxically. This makes her feel closer when you reunite. When a woman knows you champion her growth without smothering her, she'll associate you with both freedom and security, an irresistible combination. This balance creates what attachment theorists call secure attachment, where she feels comfortable being apart yet deeply connected. These emotional bonds create something far more powerful than temporary longing. They build a lasting imprint on her heart. When you focus on creating meaningful moments rather than manufacturing absence, she'll naturally miss you because you've become someone irreplaceable in her life. The beautiful part? This approach works both in new relationships and long-term partnerships, creating depth that superficial tactics can never achieve.